Hello, good day. You're welcome again to this very course, and I'll be teaching you everything you require to become a professional photo retoucher, photo editor, a graphics designer, as well as a web designer. So we'll be learning Adobe Photoshop from the scratch to learn every tool that you require to become a professional in these very areas I've mentioned, and you can apply the knowledge gained to freelancing. Okay, you can start up your agency, and you can also become a remote a freelancer at every level, and you can also get a job with these skills, get a job in a studio, in a web design company, or every other company that requires such services. And so I would want you to take your time and follow every bit of these details and ensure you make time to practice. So in order for us to start on the same page, I would like you to come to Windows and let's reset our workspace. I'm using Adobe Photoshop 2020 at the moment. Okay, so I want you to, if you have any CC version that is lower or higher, you're still going to be on the same page because the interface of Photoshop is almost the same thing. So we'll come to Workspace and then ensure you're on Essentials. So once you're in Essentials and your workspace still doesn't look like mine, all you just need to do is come to Workspace and then come to Reset Essentials. Okay, when we click Reset Essentials, we should be on the same page. Now the very first thing I want to show you is how to open files in Adobe Photoshop. I'm assuming you've never interacted with Photoshop before, so you can open files in Photoshop different ways. One of the ways you can is to come to File and select Open. When you select Open, you just come when you select Open, you come and then navigate, of course, to the folder where your files are, and you select the file and open. So you either double click or you click once and open. That is one way to open a file in Photoshop. Now another way you can open a file in Photoshop is to navigate to the very folder where your files are and you click and drag. Okay, you click and drag to Photoshop. Okay, you release it. Now if you release it on the image, on the previously opened image, it's going to drop as a smart object. Okay, when I click enter, this is a smart object. Now this is not what you want to do. Okay, now for me to delete this, I have to select the move tool, click this, and then delete. I'll just press delete on my keyboard and it goes up. So I want to open that file again. I click, drag, and take it up here to this very point where the icon changes to this arrow with a square and a plus. Okay, so you leave that and then you see it opens a new tab. Now this is another tab and this is another tab. You can use the same strategy to open multiple files, so you can actually select more than one file and open, and the same strategy too. So these are the two basic strategies I'll be showing you, and you'll be using them most of the time. The other way is to use the Adobe Bridge, which we will not be using at the moment, but you can actually take your time. Now these you can see are the files we have opened in Adobe Photoshop. All the images I'm using are actually from Pixabay, so I'll give you the link so you can also get to practice along with me. Now this is how you open files in Photoshop. Okay, and then what you need to do right now is how to close files. You can either close them this way by just clicking this X icon here and it goes off, or you can close also by selecting file and selecting close and it closes. The other thing I want to show you is the arrangement of your files. Okay, now you can see they're all tiled. You can now select every different tab. Okay, but you can also use a different arrangement for them. For example, these are different arrangements. These are tiled vertically. You see everything is vertical. We come the same place. We tile horizontally. Okay, it depends on how well you want to use. You can tile two. You can do much more than that. Okay, you can do this three up, three here. You can also come, so it depends on what you really want, if you want to use 4 or whatever, but I prefer using the very style we were using earlier, is consolidate all tabs. So when you click that, they all come back to all tabs. You can also make them floating. Okay, you come to ensure that they are float in window, so you see it floats. You can move it. Okay, you can also click and drag to make it float. So you click this and drag, and it's already beginning to float. So you can also use this. So as time goes on, you might find this handy. Okay, now mind you, I'm using one particular tool all the while to do this work. If I'm using this tool, I won't be able to easily do that. Okay, so make sure you understand. We're going to learn this tool basically later, but you click this and just tile and float. Now when you have a lot of them scattered this way and you still want to return them back to the tile, you just come to consolidate all tabs. Okay, when you do that, they all return, and you can navigate by simply selecting all these tabs. And so that's basically what we will do in this very course. Finally, you can close all your images at once. You just come to file and select close all. The shortcut is alt control and W. Okay, if you're using window and the Mac, you're going to see all those shortcuts. Now get used to all the shortcuts. Just look at them, control N, control O, and all of that. So we're going to use this, and then we'll click and it closes all night. Asking if we want to save changes because we did a little modification. I don't want to save changes right now, so I just click OK, no, and it's gone. So we're going to stop it right here until I meet you in the next lecture. Keep practicing.